everyone. We saw Godzilla, and boy, do we have controversial things to say about it. Godzilla is a movie about the liberal media. No, it's a movie about Godzilla.
God-hating Jew. Wait. About the Nazis.
It's Godzilla. It's a movie about chemtrails. Whatever. Anyway, Godzilla was really, really good.
It's a government conspiracy. Illuminati.
It actually did have government conspiracy, though.
It kind of did.
To be fair,
yeah, it did.
Godzilla.
Hold up. Are we gonna have spoilers in this? Because if we are, we should warn the people.
There will probably be spoilers in this.
Unintentional.
Yeah.
But spoilers.
Because we mentioned government conspiracy already.
Well, that's in the trailer.
Alright, so we may spoil certain things in Godzilla, but we're doing it for you because we care about you as a person.
We love you.
We love you. Take this ring. Godzilla, overall...
Will you be my... No. Anyways.
It was a really fun movie.
It was.
Yeah. A lot of people are inevitably going to compare it to Pacific Rim, which I guess is fair. I'd say Pacific Rim got a little bit more off the wall, and Godzilla was, understandably, as you can tell from all the trailers and everything, it was a lot more about the human interaction, and people at street level dealing with... It almost felt a little bit like Cloverfield at times because of that.
Yeah.
Like them dealing with all the wreckage and all the crazy shit. So... Some people may be disappointed that there's a little bit less of Godzilla than you may be expecting. It's not.
Godzilla didn't have much screen time. However, his screen time was totally worth it when he was there.
They made it count. Yes. Whenever Godzilla was on the screen, whenever he was in focus, stuff was happening and it was awesome. And if you are in any way even mildly nostalgic about Godzilla, when he's on screen, like when he first does the roar, you get goosebumps. When Ken Watanabe first says Gojira, he puts his all into it. He said it just like that. That's not even... It's an Oscar-worthy performance.
It is.
Of him saying Gojira.
I shed a tear.
Yeah.
It was that beautiful.
Let me think. So, if you're going expecting a whole lot of just, like, a movie like Godzilla Destroy All Monsters, where it's just monsters fighting like crazy, that's not what the movie's about. It's more... a lot about the human level and how people would actually deal with this kind of
threat. It was the point of view of the people, not the monster.
Yes. That being said, when they have the monsters, it's awesome. When Godzilla first roars, it's awesome. When Godzilla first uses his fire breath, it's awesome. You know.
It was good. Mm-hmm. And what I liked about it, I mean, obviously, nowadays, you're not going to see people in costumes or the puppets or nothing. It's all going to be CG. That's basically the digital age we're in.
Which may be why they show Godzilla less, because CG, especially CG in this, was probably extremely expensive.
Yeah.
Extremely.
But it was really well done. It wasn't like... I don't know. It didn't feel added. It felt like it was actually part of the environment, and like... Mm-hmm. It was good. I liked it. Visually, it was really, really good.
They had 2 new monsters to Godzilla canon. They were both named Muto, which... was an acronym for something I don't remember. It was like underground something. And there was 2 of them, one that was male, one that was female, and the difference in design was like one could fly, one was larger. If you see the early trailers, you may be thinking like, oh shit, they put Rodan in this, and no, it's not. It's not Rodan. No, it's not Rodan. There's Godzilla's in it, but Rodan isn't. And the kind of thing that I found refreshing too is that there is very little, as far as I can remember. Very little nods to the previous films or them like throwing in little doofy things like, someone had the Godzilla theme as a ringtone or something dumb like that. And that was kind of refreshing. The film overall was pretty serious. I like that. Which again makes it different from Pacific Rim, because Pacific Rim had a lot more of a sense of humor, and it was a lot more out there. Godzilla felt a lot more realistic, I guess. Yeah.
And what I like kind of about the feel of this movie is like Pacific Rim, they're like, oh, there's monsters, this is what happened, here's how we're stopping them. Godzilla, they kind of touched more about like just who he is in their, because they don't really know. I mean, nobody really knows, but they kind of do like a little history lesson, kind of telling you about like what happened in the 50s and what happened, like what they found, since then, and
It's more of a slow burn than Pacific Rim was.
Yeah.
Because Pacific Rim, they kind of throw you right into it, which is good. They're both good films. I'm just saying they're different in different, ways.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, another thing that you should not be expecting from this movie, spoiler, 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 do not be expecting to see a whole lot of Bryan Cranston.
Yeah.
He's not in it for that long.
That was a big surprise. I was expecting him to be like, the hero of the show. I mean, obviously.
Well, I was expecting him to be like the main scientist guy that's always like, here's how we can stop or help Godzilla. Like the guy who's working, basically the main hero or like the assistant to the main hero or whatever. Yeah. No, he bites it pretty early on.
And the character that plays his son turns out to be the hero, in a sense.
Well, yeah, I would say so, yeah.
I mean,
which is fine.
He's the hero for the people, but not the hero for the Godzilla.
He's the hero that
Godzilla was his own hero.
Godzilla is not the hero
I think
the city deserves, but it's the city the hero... Fuck. It's the hero the city needs! A Green Knight. I'm butchering that quote so bad.
Yeah, a little bit.
So bad. I tried.
What's funny is, I was thinking, it's like, man, when you look at it, the Godzilla franchise, like the movies, they're pretty old. And I love how at one point in the movie Godzilla's like, I'm going to take a nap. And then he wakes up and is like, oh, I'm good, let's go.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a little bit more to it than that, but that's my first impression was like, he wakes up from a nap, he's like, what, shit?
Oh, and I'll say this without spoiling anything. When Godzilla does, and of course Godzilla wins, that's not a spoiler, but when Godzilla does take out the Mutos, he does it in such a spectacular fashion.
Yes.
I won't say how.
Oh, beautiful.
No, but the way he does it, if you're expecting him to really just beat the shit out of the Mutos.
Godzilla get a hell yeah.
It's, yeah, on that level they really, really succeeded.
Yes, it was epic. I really wish we could just be like, this is what happened, but we don't want to be douchebags.
You want to see it, that's one thing. The exact manner in which he does it is hilarious. I'll say as much. If you enjoyed Mortal Kombat, you'll probably like how he did it.
Oh!
Yeah.
I did not, yeah?
Yeah.
Huh.
He does a good fatality. So altogether, yeah, Godzilla, I will say it was a little different than what I may have been expecting.
Yeah.
But it was excellent. It was a very, very good film. Strongly recommend you go see it. Fuck all the haters, yeah. No, actually, I think it's getting pretty positive reviews. I've been seeing a lot of positives.
I was talking to my coworkers about it, and a lot of them were like, "Oh, Godzilla!" From what they read, Godzilla's hardly in it. The movie's gonna suck. Blah blah blah. And I'm like, when there's that kind of review out, I gotta see it just to say that review was wrong. Which, in this case, yeah, it was wrong.
Yeah, I mean, well, to be fair, Godzilla isn't. If you were to take his total screen time, he isn't in there as much as the humans, but that's kind of how it was with the older movies, too. Like, there was a lot of stuff with, like, the aliens or the humans behind the scenes, or a couple of Godzilla movies where they deal with, like, shitty little kids, and the whole Jet Jaguar thing. But
it's kind of like when you're having dinner, you don't want the vegetables, which would represent the people, but you need them. The dessert, being Godzilla, you don't get much of it, but it's so damn good when you do.
You'll be happy when you get Godzilla in your mouth. I mean, there's a lot to fit in, but when you do... damn it.
Sometimes you just gotta dislocate that jaw and just take it all.
Just learn to repress your gag reflex and take all of Godzilla in.
How does this always end up this way? Every time.
So, the movie, our review altogether, the movie's like giving Godzilla head. There you go.
Totally worth it. You'll leave the money on the dresser and everything.
Then blue semen, like blue fiery semen shit. Alright, guys.
Well, back your head out and just go! You're lying there dying, taking your last breath. Totally worth it.
Gojira.
God.
So yeah, Godzilla, go see it. Totally worth it. It's a good movie. Maybe they'll make a sequel. Hopefully they make Godzilla vs. Pacific Rim. That'd be pretty hype.
Godzilla would have to win that one, though.
He'd have to at least survive. My guess would be it'd be Godzilla teams up with the Jaegers to fight occult monsters, and they're helped by Hellboy. There you go. Because Legendary Pictures owns all three of them. They can do it.
That would be awesome.
That'd be awesome.
I meant to say awesome and hype. It came out whatever.
It came out awesome, which is
awesome.
Go see Godzilla. It's awesome. Do you have any closing comments about Godzilla? Any weird little notes? Anything you noticed?
I can't think of nothing right now, but it was a good movie. I recommend it. That's all I got.
If you were given a numerical score or a grade score, what would you give it?
I'll give it like an 8.5 out of 10.
Alright, that's fair.
There's a few things.
Yeah, it wasn't perfect.
It wasn't perfect.
You know.
Like the whole the train bridge scene.
You didn't like the train bridge scene?
No, the part where he's like, "Good job." It's like, what?
Well, what are they supposed to do?
What would the be? What's the point if they did or didn't?
Because they're little compared to Muto. Muto's a
What's
big thing, and they're tiny. If they get down, Muto might not see them. Because they're in the dark, too.
That scene just was so...
Whatever. I said fuck all the haters.
The train part was awesome.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
But the just that one, get it out.
Whatever.
Turn the thing off. Fuck that. It was a good movie, though. I recommend it.
I'll say, the movie was fantastic. If you have any bit of an inner child left within you, if you have even the smallest bit of nostalgia for Godzilla, you will probably have a frisson. You'll get goosebumps when they reveal Godzilla for the first time, when they show Godzilla's spikes in the water. It's all... You can tell the movie was lovingly crafted by people who honestly did care about the old Godzilla movies, and yeah, really, really good. Nostalgic without being crappy to the original, and yeah, overall an excellent reboot or remake, I guess. Overall, yeah, I loved it. To give it a numerical score, I would give it 1,457 out of 1,603.
Okay, so an A minus.
Yeah, about. I really liked it.
A.
But it wasn't perfect, I will agree, but it did a whole lot of things right.
Yes.
Yes. Alright. Go see Godzilla, you bastards!